not join you to APC, Ebonyi lawmaker tells UMAHI. The Ebonyi caucus of the National Assembly has distanced itself from the defection of David UMAHI, Ebonyi governor, from the PDP to the APC. Addressing a press conference in Abuja on Wednesday, Sam Egu, senator representing Ebonyi North, said no member of the National Assembly from the state is defecting to the APC. All members of the Ebonyi caucus, 3 senators and 5 House of Representative members in the National Assembly are members of the PDP. On Tuesday, UMAHI confirmed his defection to the APC from the PDP. The governor said he left PDP because of injustice, alleging that the party has refused to zone the 2023 presidency to the southeast. So basically, you left because being in that party reduced your chances of being president. Don't worry, you're not even gonna smell the office. Don't even think of it because you're not gonna get there. Because do you know what? We're kicking all of you out in 2023, and that's what's gonna happen. Not a single member of the PDP Ebonyi caucus of the National Assembly is defecting to APC. Egu, who is a former governor of Ebonyi State, said the 3 senators and 5 House of Representative members remain proud card-carrying members of the PDP, the platform under which we contested and won elections in 2019. But what do you have to show for it? What do you have to show for it? At the end of the day, this election, don't worry, have your time. We are planning our own. You guys are going to leave because you guys are proving to be incompetent. This is your 2nd term under APC, and what have you done? Exactly. And this UMAHI person, to be honest, why are you leaving? Why are you defecting? Because you're leaving because of injustice. But then, is it injustice because you claim to have won fair and square in 2019? So you're basically leaving when it's not in your favor. We're reading all of you lies, and at the end of the day, whatever plans you're trying to do to distract the Nigerian people of what the situation actually is, it's not going to work. You have your tactics, we also have our tactics. You can't fool us anymore, and so you better get ready to pack your bags and leave. If not, go to jail. Someone says, actually, before we go to what somebody says, the thing continues saying, while we support that it is a turn of the Southeast to fly the presidential flag of any of the major political parties come 2023, yet we consider it impolite, indecent, and unwise to give ultimatum and conditionality in a bid to secure zoning. If there is any Ebonyi person who should remain eternally grateful to the PDP, that individual ought to be the governor, David UMAHI, a man who was appointed. They're low-key exposing themselves. A man who was appointed Ebonyi State chairman of the PDP, made deputy governor, so wasn't voted for. Continue exposing yourselves. Of the PDP administration, and was elected on 2 terms under the banner of PDP as a governor. Elected by who? By the powers, the invisible hands that we do not see. As Democrats, we concede UMAHI's rights to join any association of his choice. However, as federal lawmakers, we are not unaware of the Supreme Court's decision that candidates are a product of the political parties. What it means is that political office holders are not at liberty to migrate from one political party platform to another, particularly when there is no division in their party. I guess it's really complicated. You have to read the Constitution on what rights. I don't know. Except it's not a type of contract where he can't leave, which of course we don't know about. They have their inside jobs or whatever. But personally, for me, to be honest, this doesn't do anything for us. The fact is, you guys are gonna go. Except you're gonna prove to us by actions why you should be elected again. In fact, I think Nigerians are tired. Your party, both of you have to go, because the invisible hands, because we cannot see them, they're not going to be presidency. If we don't see them, you can't see us, and that's on period. Well, of course, there are a lot of comments here saying he should be impeached. I don't understand. Well, the next comment here says, UMAHI disgraced himself. He is one of the performing governors, yes, but deciding on giving such conditions to his party is not a way for good name for him. This drama is too interesting. Really? Well, drama. Well, let's distract them and be like, okay, fine, we're buying your drama. But the fact is, we're kicking all of you out in 2023. That is the goal. We need to be having conversations on our rights. We need to know, on what grounds, how we can use our local chairman or chairwoman or whatever. Someone says, with him defecting to APC doesn't mean Ebonyi people will support him. He's on his own. But the Ebonyi people need to support who is for them and not just for the or for not anyone who's just trying to use them or not for their benefit. Like, you can't just vote based on sentiment. I feel like being respectful, yes, but voting on sentiment, because it's the most, to be honest, illogical and some might say stupid thing to say. He is probably angling for the presidential or vice presidential ticket of the APC. He will not get it, exactly. And like Wike said, he has finally nailed his political coffin, ungrateful man. I mean, exactly. It shows that, because of the injustice. But then when you won, it wasn't it wasn't any, sign of injustice. It was fairly justice, fair and square. Absolutely, please. Another person here says, in Nigeria, people bite the finger that fed them. Well, we move. We move because they're not going to be in presidency. And again, the presidential ticket that he's looking for, he will not even smell it. He won't see it. He needs to humble himself, personally, for me, because the fact is, you can't distract the people for too long. All the tactics of trying to bring in 2023, it's so far away, and this is 2020, and you're thinking of that. You're not even thinking of what you can do. I mean, again, I feel like, they've underestimated Nigerian people. For imagine Buhari, won again his second term after the first term. After that was a shambolic first term. And now he wants to come again. Again, because they've won the second time, they feel like, oh yeah, we can actually play these people. We can actually use them, manipulate them. And I'm not surprised why they would think that, because again, with how shambolic, how disgusting the government was, they still won again. And so again, it's, you just have to think that, they will basically use us, because fact, they've literally used us and they've won so many times. So why can't they continue? Someone says, time shall tell. Most of you people who will still move with him, you tried at your time, but you became incident when you wanted to remain in the National Assembly. It is your turn to quit, as the Senate position is not your birthright. But it seems like the way they get appointed, that's the key word, appointed to these positions, is a planned thing. They've planned it. Personally. Someone says, let us watch on how the game is going to play. We can't watch how the game is going to play. We will control the game. Why? Because we are the ones who put them in office. Period. Another person says, by the time all of you will see, you're going to shift from APC in the next weeks through the same UMAHI. What? Okay. Someone says, I'm going to court to seek for his sack. No division in PDP. What do you benefit from PDP? What do you benefit from PDP? Because at the end of the day, you have to be benefiting something. And it's not just you. You can't be selfish. Nigerians can't be selfish. Because you're benefiting does not mean that that's it. The conversation's ended. Absolutely not. Senator better for you, or that's what somebody says. I mean, to be honest, the fact is, whatever this man is planning is not going to work. Nigerians were planning to take over in 2023. We're going to let them treat us like as if we're not citizens of the country. Imagine, we literally have no rights being in the country. Do you know how sickening that is? So personally, for me, I feel like this doesn't do anything for us. You can try to distract us, fine, good, but we also have our tactics that we will use to end bad governance in Nigeria. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.